is Sadie. Hello everyone and welcome to the one-on-one sessions with Coco Mostare, and I'm your host Coco M, giving guys tips, lessons and teachings on everything spirituality. Okay, so this is the last part of our topic on sleep paralysis. I'm actually taking these videos on the same day, but we'll be posting them on different weeks so you guys can actually engulf everything, and I'm just trying not to make the videos too long because I have noticed that my videos have been extremely long and they're tiring to watch, and it's hard to actually keep up with everything I say because of the length of most of my videos. So today we're going to be talking about sleep paralysis that is caused by the ancestors. That's the first one. And secondly, sleep paralysis that is self-induced. Okay, so as a person with amyloidosis, sleep paralysis is a very common thing for us, né? And it's not really a bad thing. Okay, it's not a bad thing there. This type of sleep paralysis is where your subconscious is guided by the ancestors, to actually show you certain visions, to show you certain things. They can show you the future, the present, or the past, or guide you on who is coming to seek assistance from you, or rather even show you what it is that the ancestors want. So I made a mistake by not explaining what sleep paralysis was from the beginning. So just a recap, sleep paralysis is a state at which your body is asleep, but your mind is awake and aware of everything that is occurring in that particular moment in time. So when you're in a sleep paralysis caused by the ancestors, what most people will see is that since your body is asleep, but your mind is awake, you will be able to see your ancestors, you'll see visions, you'll see pictures, you'll see instructions, you'll hear them speak to you, all those kind of things. They will happen to you in that point in time. In that time and point, you are aware of the fact that you're sleeping, but as opposed to having a regular dream, the visions that you are having will sort of like come to you in the form of like a movie, in a sense, especially for people that are already like people that are already like whose gifts have already manifested to their fullest capabilities. Like it will be sort of like you're watching an entire movie or a film being shown to you, or you'll see an entire picture that actually describes certain things. Or even for some people, especially prophetically gifted people, you will see certain scriptures from the Bible or certain scriptures from the whatever spiritual or religious belief that you're in, scriptures that will actually guide you in that particular point in time. So during this sleep paralysis, again, one is more in control of their soul as opposed to the other sleep paralysis that people encounter, because in this one, yes, you are being shown visions, but you are in control of what it is that you're gonna see and what it is that you don't want to see, and you are in control of how your body acts to, or how your mind acts to what exactly you are able to see in that particular point in time. Okay, the only way to break free from this one is by panicking. When you panic during this point in time, the ancestors will stop showing you whatever it is that they're trying to show you so you can wake up. But the problem with panicking in this type of sleep paralysis is that the message that you are supposed to be given will not be given to you fully, so hence you will not be able to get the full instructions. And do note that fact that the ancestors have a tendency of showing something to someone only once. And if it happens that you do not grasp it or see clearly, then you might find that they will show it to you again after a couple of months or a couple of weeks or even after years or so. So the best thing that a person can do in this type of sleep paralysis, when you're actually noticing, okay, I'm having a vision, this is not anything bad, this is not any spiritual attacks, it's a vision from my ancestor, the one thing that you should do is that you should calm down and allow the visions to actually come through, as many as they are, so you can understand exactly what messages your ancestors are trying to give you. But Lorna, at the same time, in this sleep paralysis, you are shown the past, the present, and the future. I said that. Shown people that need help, and also you are shown by the ancestors on how you're going to help certain people. For example, as a kopela, what will happen is that, let's say for example you're a kopela and there's a new initiate that is supposed to come. You'll be put in this state of sleep paralysis. Not all of them, but some of them will be put in this state of sleep paralysis to be shown who your next initiate is and how you're supposed supposed to assist this person in terms of evoking the spirits that are within this person. For people that are not copelas, you'd find out in this state of sleep paralysis, you are shown a certain herb, and this particular herb, you are shown as to where it is you're going to find it, how you're supposed to use it, and when you're supposed to use it, on which particular person you're supposed to use this particular herb on. Okay. I also noted that other times the ancestors may be using your body to fight spiritual warfare and giving you their strength. So also in this type of sleep paralysis, it can happen that you're not being shown a vision, but rather your body, or rather the ancestors, are using your subconscious or your spirit to actually fight different warfares and whatnot. And the thing about it is that yes, this one, when it happens, you may actually panic here and there, but you will be aware of the fact that you are not fighting alone. Your ancestors, their presence will be shown to you. You might see a lion or a snake or whatever creature represents your ancestors at that particular point in time, and you will see the danger that is posed at you, that is posing towards you, and you and your ancestors will be fighting these entities and whatnot. Other times you might not even see the ancestors, but you will feel the power of your ancestors in that point in time to allow you to actually fight whatever entity or whatever warfare it is that you are currently facing spiritually. So in a way, it's a way in which the ancestors actually use your body to fight spiritual warfare. There are certain people that I like to refer to as spiritual warriors, and the reason why I call them spiritual warriors is because these are people that are used by their ancestors to protect themselves and also protect the people in their surroundings. So you might find that the danger that is posing is not really directly to you, but directed to a close family member. So the ancestors will come to you, put you in a sleep paralysis, take your subconscious to that particular place where the danger is, so you can be able to fight off the entity and protect whoever it is that may be in danger in that particular point in time. Okay. I also noted down that once the purpose of the sleep paralysis is finished, you can wake up without a hassle. Given the fact that this is the one moilungo your ancestors are in charge of, when waking up from this sleep paralysis, if you do not panic or do anything to interrupt the ancestors while they are doing their job with your subconscious at that particular moment, then you'll wake up without a hassle or any problem. And also another thing about this type of sleep paralysis is that thing, there are people that are initiated by their ancestors, usually people from Abalozi clan and whatnot, or people with Abalozi spirit. So what happens with these people, because like I mentioned in the past, is that they are initiated through dreams and visions. Sometimes through their initiation they are put in a sleep paralysis state, and in that state they are taken through certain processes of initiation by their ancestors. And for these people, you might find out this person can be in a sleep paralysis state for a longer period of time. You might find out this person may sleep for like a couple of days or a couple of weeks, depending on what lessons the ancestors are trying to give that particular person in that moment in time. And lastly, we're going to be talking about sleep paralysis that is self-induced. Yes, you can actually put yourself in a sleep paralysis mode, but this is something that people do through the act of meditation and through the act of sleeping. When you're sleeping, you can actually I'd say meditate in your sleep. That is actually something that I do, because the whole sitting down, doing some type of things is not really my thing. I get bored in the middle of it and start thinking about things that I shouldn't be thinking about. So I actually just lie down and center myself, center my body, and connect with my ancestors. So in that way, what happens is that you will feel your body, like your subconscious, actually leaving your body to actually put you in a sleep paralysis mode. And the reason why people actually put themselves in a self-induced sleep paralysis is so that they can communicate with their ancestors, their spiritual guides, and their loved ones. Usually it's done by people by long, maybe let's say for example a loved one had passed away and you want to connect with this particular loved one, and you don't want to use a Ouija board because those kind of things actually attract negative entities. So you're actually going to sage your entire house, protect your entire environment from negative entities, and put yourself in that particular state so you can communicate with your ancestors and the spirits or the people that your loved ones, in a sense. Even though this is a very, very difficult thing to do, it is possible. So only a few number of people are able to actually do a self-induced sleep paralysis. And once they are done with the message, or once they are done communicating with whoever it is that they wanted to communicate with, rather it being their ancestors or their loved ones or a certain spirit or whatnot, they will be able to wake up without a problem and wake up with the messages that they needed to receive in that particular point in time. Okay, so that is it for today's session. Oh, and also the self-induced sleep paralysis is also good for spiritual awakening. What it does is that it also helps align your chakras. Since it is done through the art of meditation, it aligns your chakras, helping a person be able to tap into other spiritual realms freely without having any problems and without actually encountering any dangers from any other entities that could try to attack this particular person and whatnot. So it's actually very good for centering yourself and connecting with your inner child and your inner self and your ancestors as a whole. And it's also great for actually finding answers that you're unable to get on a daily basis without like consulting and whatnot, because we all know that it's hard to get like clear answers from the ancestors. But this is something, you know what, it needs a lot of practice. It takes years to actually master the art of self-induced sleep paralysis. And if you have not mastered the art of it, it can be very dangerous, because like I said, as spiritually gifted people, we do attract negative entities automatically, just like that. So if you are not someone who has been skilled in doing this thing, you might actually put yourself in danger by doing it spontaneously without taking the necessary measures in terms of doing it. Anyways, that is it for me, guys. I hope you guys fully understand. And for people that are spiritually gifted, when you're put in a sleep paralysis by your ancestors and you're shown a vision or something, do not panic. Do not panic. I understand what you might feel, your body vibrating, you might feel as though there's something moving around your body in a weird way, but given the fact that it is your ancestors, they do not pose any harm to you whatsoever. What they're trying to show you, what they're trying to guide you with, is very important in your spiritual journey, because to be honest with you, you could be a Sangoma of 10 years, but as long as you're still a Sangoma, you still have a lot more to learn regarding spirituality. You can never be an expert in terms of spiritual things. Anyways, that is it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this series of sleep paralysis, and I hope you guys understood every single chapter or every single series that I made regarding sleep paralysis. Anyways, you guys have a beautiful one. Takozani. Bye-bye. It